Hi lovely people, so today we are going to do a little house tour. By the time that this video is going live, we will already have moved, but I figured it would still be fun to share this apartment with you. So we moved into this apartment in the beginning of this year, 2023. To be precise, we got the key like January 1st. And unfortunately, we have to move again. So the owner of the apartment sold the apartment that we are in, and the new owners are going to be renovating it, so that means that we need to leave already, which is such a shame because we really love this apartment. But we found a different apartment, which means that within the next few weeks we're going to be slowly packing everything up to get ready to move. So I thought I'd share our apartment with you today while everything is still in its place and everything still looks the way that it has looked for the past months while we were living here. Alright, so our apartment is on the first floor. I think in English you actually say second floor. So our apartment is on the second floor. So we go up the stairs and then we come into a little entry hall, I guess you could call it. So this is where some of our shoes live, in the little shoe cabinet, and then we also have the coats that we are currently wearing. Opening up the door, we come directly into the kitchen. So if you come into our home, you basically come right into the kitchen, which I guess the heart of the home. It definitely is here. So I have to say that I love this kitchen so much. I love all of the wood combined with the black metal details and the black stone. I think it is gorgeous and I'm so sad to leave this behind, because it is right up my alley. This is so my style. If you look at my Pinterest boards for like homes, basically this kitchen is what you see. So yeah, I'm really sad that we are gonna have to leave this behind, but it has been a joy having this kitchen for the months that we've had it. So coming into our front door, which is right here, you basically see our dining room table right next to it. And as you can see, the little cat that has been spending a lot of time here. It's one of our neighbor's cats, but I kind of like that he's here so much because it makes me almost feel like I have a little pet, which I love pets. I really would like to have a pet of my own again. But anyway, so here's our dining room table. You will already have seen this print in our old home, as well as the chairs and everything. Basically, it is the exact same setup as we had there. It's nice and functional, so the dining space is really quite small, but we can pop out the table so that it's basically twice its size, which is nice when we have visitors over. So functional for us. So the main thing in our living room is our couch. We love this couch. So we got this couch specifically when we moved into this apartment because our old couch was basically built up of floor cushions, was kind of falling apart and it was not working in this space. So we got this couch instead and we absolutely love it. It is a nice and neutral color, but you can actually wash the covers, which I really like. We have to set a little bit off of the wall so that there is a little bit of space to walk behind this, because the bedroom door is right behind me, and then also the balcony door that leads up to the big balcony. I think it's actually called a rooftop terrace thing, is also right there. So that is our couch. On here lives my meditation pillow, and then this pillow, which I made. I love that thing. I think it adds a lot of cute texture to our apartment and to our sitting area. So moving on to this corner. This is a corner that you've seen before because I do film actually a lot of my videos sitting right there on the floor cushion. There's our bookcase, which also houses our little, I guess you could call this a hotspot. This is the messiest shelf in our entire home probably. It's basically just where clutter tends to accumulate. So I do try to keep on top of it and kind of go through it every few days. Also, I love this little corner. I think it's such a cozy corner, especially when I have my little candle lit. And that moves us into the little entertainment area, I guess you could call this. So our TV lives here. Honestly, we don't watch TV all that often. If we watch anything, we tend to stream it. So in here I have a little drawer with all electronics and then just some random things. This, I guess you could call a junk drawer. Also, this is the corner of our home where most of our plants live. And I love my plants. In this little corner I have, well, as you can see, quite a bit of my plants, but also my yoga gear lives right here in this little corner. It's easy for me to grab, which happens on a almost daily basis. Sorry, I want it to be easily accessible. Right here behind our couch we have the door to our bedroom. And this is definitely the smallest space of our home. So basically this fits, it just fits our bed. The door doesn't even completely open because our bed is in the way. And then we have a little nightstand, and honestly that's it. That's everything there is to our bedroom, which it's a functional space, so it is perfectly fine, and it has definitely worked for us like this. And the door right next to that leads us to our bathroom. So our bathroom is actually quite spacious. I'm sorry for the echo in here. It has everything we need, and I actually really like the look of this bathroom. So we have a shower, we have the sink with a mirror. I really kind of like the tiles behind this mirror. A toilet, washing machine, so everything is in here. Also, what I really like about a bathroom, which is something that we can actually take with us, which is nice, our little toothbrush holder and then the matching soap dispenser. It's just the little details that bring me so much joy in here. Another space that you have seen multiple times before is this little corner. So here is where we keep all of our clothes, and it's also our linen closet right in there. So of course the loose like wardrobes are coming with us, as well as all of the furniture in here basically. Yeah, I really like this corner. So this is what we call our office or the study. This is where I tend to work if I have to work on my computer. And I'm really excited that in our next apartment we are also going to have the space to have a little office. So that's so nice, and I really look forward to kind of putting that together. But yeah, we have our wardrobes in here. So these two wardrobes and then a little bit of hanging space in there is all of the wardrobe space that we have and that we need between the two of us. Though I am thinking we might slightly change up our wardrobe situation in our next apartment, since there we won't have any built-in storage. So we're gonna have to figure out how to best utilize our space and our closets there. And this again is where you have seen me in a couple of my videos before. This is where I tend to work my little desk. I basically have my laptop in here, a paper notebook situation, and then my bullet journal, on which I did do an entire video. So if you'd like to check that out, I will have it linked up in the cards and down in the description box for you. This is such a nice light room. We have windows all along the side wall here that look out on the street. Right now they are building there, which has been loud to say the least. It's been a nice space to work, as well as have our wardrobes. Moving right out of the office, and as you can see there is our living room. We have the little, yeah, it's just, you know, with like the small room, the little room, where basically we have all of our extra storage. So it's kind of like a very big pantry. this is definitely the messiest space in our home. We still have quite a few boxes that we never unpacked, mostly with a few collections, because unfortunately quite early on we actually heard that they were planning on selling the apartment so that we might have to move. This is the place that probably gets the least daylight, so it's quite ideal as a storage space. Also, it's the spot that keeps the coolest throughout the summer warmth. So in here we just keep a couple of extra things. We have a few extra dishes that we don't use on a daily basis, but that are nice when we have visitors over. And then just some extra food items. And all the way down there we have our grocery bags and stuff like that. Moving over to this corner, like the extra pantry items are right here. We have this, which houses a lot of very random things. So we have paper items, I have my school items, my aromatherapy stuff right there. This is all aromatherapy things. I have my essential oils and other items that I might need to help my clients. And then here are a few very random things. I have some kombucha items, and then I also have some gardening supplies. Down there we have some shoe care, paint, a pizza oven, some very random things. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope it was interesting for you to see how we've lived these past few months. So if you would like to see our old apartment, I will have a link down in the description box as well as up in the cards for you, so you can check that out. So it is very bittersweet for us leaving here. I've absolutely loved living here, and when we moved in I truly thought we were going to have our first kid here. We would be living here for quite a few years. So yeah, but now we're going to be moving into our next apartment, which is actually a really nice apartment. It is bigger than this one, which is nice, and newly renovated. So I am also very excited for just getting settled there, mostly for having the stress of the move out of the way and being able to leave that behind me. So thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed seeing our apartment, please give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to my channel, which is really the best way that you can support my channel. Let me know what your favorite spot of this apartment was in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And also let me know what is your favorite thing about your home right now. So let's up the positive vibes a little bit in the comments. I would love to hear from you. I wish you a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!